Good day everyone, this is Alvin again from the Philippines and welcome to my top 15 best in preliminary interviews for Miss Grand International 2025. Welcome. So we are now on the almost to the last stretch of Miss Grand International 2025 pageant, because yesterday the preliminary interviews was held and the streaming video was almost 6 hours. So in order for me to be able to create my top 15 list of favorites, I have to watch the entire performances of all the candidates, and I did. I just finished watching 6 hours. And after listening to all the responses, the performances, I was able to create my own top 15. And then let me just remind everyone that we may differ in our list, because I always believe that it's not about being an intelligent speaker all the time. Sometimes your personality, your confidence also matters. The reaction of the judges matters. So considering all those factors, those are my basis on who will make it in my personal top 15. So let's go ahead and discuss, and let's see if we share the same list of favorites. And again, the preliminary interview contributes a lot, because this is one of the main factors in determining who will make it in the top 20 in the finals. So the preliminary interviews are over, and it will be followed by the preliminary swimsuit and evening gown in the next days to come. But for now, here's my top 15 for the preliminary interview, starting with my number 15, Thailand. Sarunrat Puagpipat. If we focus on a technical way, I wouldn't really put Thailand on the list because her responses lacked depth. However, we have to understand that at the same time that she was really trying her best to speak in English, and she remained calm, she remained poised, even in times where she's looking for words. What makes her deserving to be here in my list, and the main consideration on why I included her here as well, is that her personality is just unmatched. She's amazing. She's so genuine, she's got a fun personality, and there was a moment where she spoke Thai, and she spoke so well, which means if she decided to speak in Thai, I'm confident that she would have expressed herself in a much better way. So this time, I truly commend her for truly trying her best to speak in English. Number 14, Mexico, Montserrat Villalba. This interview just made me love Mexico even more. Same as Thailand, she didn't speak English fluently, but I truly admire how she went out there trying her best to express herself in the English language. She has the interpreter behind her, but she only asked for few words and not the whole response, which to me shows that she really wanted to convince the organization that she can do this. She really wanted this. I also love how polite she was by always saying thank you to Costa Rica, who has been serving as the translator of the word that she's looking for. I like her soft tone, I love her speaking voice, her responses were decent, and she's also very, very likable. Number 13, El Salvador, Lucian Herrera. I love the vibe and the aura of the room when El Salvador was being interviewed. It was light, it was natural, it was fun. I was also positively surprised to hear that El Salvador can speak English so fluently. And I believe the judges were positively surprised too. I really like her responses. She's very genuine, and this interview made her so likable. So well done to her for an impressive performance, and incredible performance as well for translating for other Spanish-speaking candidates. Number 12, the Czech Republic, Markéta Morvíková. Czech Republic was quite convincing, and she really came super prepared when it comes to her responses. She mentioned about her organization's plan to extend their reach, and that response of hers is how you sell yourself and how much your organization is doing, and that is a plus point for me. She also speaks extremely well, and she is so fluent, and with that, I was truly impressed with her entire performance. Number 11, Australia, Gabriella Oxley. Australia was so effortlessly elegant, charming, and smart in these preliminary interviews. She sounded very natural and genuine in her responses. She's also very direct with her answers, and she's so personable with so much personality. I think when Nawat asked her when she's tied with a different organization, I believe that is such a good indication, because to me that shows that this organization is interested to work with her. That's why they're making sure that she isn't tied with any organization. That's why they wanted to know. So I love that question to her. So Australia, to me, I believe made a very good impression. Number 10, Canada. Lyanna Robinson. Canada was such a big hit for me in this interview. First of all, in her introductory answer, she was able to showcase that she was very determined. She's very determined in this competition when she mentioned that she's been to different countries prior to arriving to Thailand just to prepare for the competition, and that is one hell of an answer to show so much dedication and to truly convince the judges that she's willing to do anything to improve herself. And additionally, her other responses were extremely smart. She showcased that she can speak with wit and fluency. So to me, this is an outstanding performance from Canada. Number 9, Venezuela. Nariman Batica. This is like the most vulnerable version of hers that I've watched and listened, and I love this version of Venezuela. I have watched some of her interviews in the past as well, and to me this was the most genuine and the most natural way for her to respond to the question. Her bubbliness comes out, I love her personality, and she just makes herself very, very likable as well. I really cannot give some deep judgment to her responses because it was more of a natural conversation, which works very well in her favor. Number 8, the Philippines. Emma Mary Tiglao. Philippines nailed this interview so well. I mean, she was able to talk about diverse topics. And to be honest, I think when Nawat asked her about some of her posts that doesn't have much likes compared to the other posts of hers that have numerous amount of likes, I believe that is the organization's way of checking her reach, her connections, and that shows some interest from the organization as well. And we know that the Miss Grand International organization really concerns about the reach of their winners, of their candidates, and of the pageant as well. So that is a very good point being added to the Philippines. Additionally, I believe that she handled the questions quite well, and so with the questions that were asked to her, she handled them very, very well. She was so good, she was confident, like always. We have witnessed her answer different interviews in the past, and Philippines always manage to nail it every single time, and her personality shines through. Number 7, Ghana. Faith Maria Porter. Ghana came to the competition prepared, and she made an impression right away, right at the moment she entered that room. She came in with such an iconic look and outfit. She brought a picture of hers as well, stating every contribution that she's got and reasons on why she deserves to win. And I believe that is such a smart idea. No one did that. Even in the past, I can't think of anyone that did the same. So plus points to her for doing that. That's a very convincing way. And also another points to her so that you can make sure that you can be able to share what you wanted to share without forgetting anything. So if I was a judge, I would be very, very impressed because she knows what the organization wants based on what she shared. She knows what's in store for her, and she sold herself very well. She sold herself very, very well by showing that she can speak excellently and by being a talented singer, which could be a good use for the organization too. So this was a well done presentation. Number 6, Indonesia. Vina Sitorus. I am really in love with Vina's look during the preliminary interview because she's giving that golden girl vibe with the outfit that she wore, with all the beautiful details. I really love that. I also love how Indonesia have balanced the professional way of responding to the questions, but also able to lighten up the mood by showing her personality. She doesn't seem forced and is very natural, which is perfect. I am quite satisfied and truly impressed by everything that she has shown today, and her answers were really good too. Number 5, Kosovo. Brikena Selmani. I mean, I know there might be a lot of raised eyebrows because of this placement, because of this ranking, but hear me out on this one. I've always been saying that preliminary interview is where you should make yourself memorable. You can be the smartest speaker, but if the delivery and presentation is boring or doesn't make an impact, it will not do so much. You need to make people remember you. And that's what Kosovo did. Kosovo went viral on social media, but this interview shows that she is more than that. She's a company manager, she's studying law, and to me, those background, those profiles truly shows that she is an impressive candidate. I love a woman who isn't afraid to show herself, and that's what I saw in Kosovo. Her introduction, when she said that she doesn't need to introduce herself anymore, I mean, that was hilarious, and that's how you start a great interview. I love her humor, and it is obvious that the judges enjoyed with her as well during the interview because they were all laughing in her speeches. I also think that she speaks really well. Her answers has so many powerful words in it if you really focus on the content of her response. I really like Kosovo, and I am so happy to have the opportunity to listen to her responses. Number 4, France. Elisa Mesichin. I was really stunned when France came in. She looked absolutely stunning, and I think her styling is very classic and elegant, very classic French style. And what really impressed me the most is that she spoke and responded to the question with so much class and elegance. She's also very smart, and I think she's very likable. Additionally, of all the candidates, she's one of the very few who gave answers that are connected to stop the war and violence campaign of the Miss Grand International organization, as she was helping the elderly and the children that are victims of war in Ukraine, because she shared that she has Ukrainian roots. That's why. Overall, France is such an outstanding candidate. Number 3, South Africa. 𝐁𝐄𝐒 Lamola. South Africa has remained true to the trademark of South Africa in different beauty pageants, because she is a well-spoken candidate in this competition. She's very smart, calm, and has remained poised all the time. This was the first time for me to hear about everything that she said during the introduction, and I was truly impressed by what she has accomplished. And she's only 20 years old, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have the same reaction as Nawat, same with other judges, because she's impressive. She has accomplished so much at such a very young age. When she was asked about adding new Bs to the 4 Bs of the Miss Grand International organization, I love how fast her mind thinks, and that response was truly impressive. Number 2, Spain. Aitana Jimenez. You know what I love about this open and live interview is that you can really tell from the judges' reaction if they love a candidate. And for someone like me who loves Spain this year so much, I am so thrilled to see and feel that the organization loves her too. Hearing comments like Spain doing her own makeup, Teresa saying she really thinks that Spain looked beautiful every day, and Nawat saying that he likes her character, and even asking her if she wanted to be in the top 5. I mean, these comments comes from daily observation. These comments wouldn't come out if they are not paying attention to Spain. This comes out because they know and notice Spain as one of the strong contenders this year. And that is also an additional points for Spain. For her performance, Spain was screaming elegance, and oh my goodness, aside from her consistent beauty, her responses were pretty decent as well, and the way she speaks with so much elegance was surely top notch. And my choice as number 1, as the best in the preliminary interview for Miss Grand International 2025 is number 1, the United Kingdom. Harriet Lane. This year, there are so many strong European contenders, specifically from Spain, Czech Republic, and France. I even posted in my Instagram just a few minutes ago, or an hour ago, that these 3, Spain, Czech Republic, and France, are the strongest from the European region, and Europe hasn't won the Golden Crown yet. However, United Kingdom has been building a huge momentum lately, and now that we are almost at the last stretch of the competition, the waves that United Kingdom is making are so massive that she is now unstoppable. I love how she performed in the preliminary interview. She's smart, she's confident, she's bubbly. I love her personality, and I love how she's so focused as she responds to the question. Laser focused, to be specific. I have waited for more than 5 hours to listen to the turn of the United Kingdom, and it was truly worth it because she killed it. So well done to her. So that's it. These are my top 15 favorites for the preliminary interviews of Miss Grand International 2025. And oh my gosh, I'm not sure if you have watched the entire almost 6 hours of interviews, but if you did, or if you watched some of the clips of the candidates, I would love to know your thoughts and whether you agree with the list that I have or not. I know we may have some disagreements, so I would love to read your commentaries. So don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. For now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.